Capricorn Clark. All right, we're about to get started. We're going to be talking about Capricorn Clark. This is Diddy's ex-assistant. Murder for hire plot. Oh, Lord. Lord help me, Jesus. You know what I want to start with a little bit? I don't know if I should start with this. RJ. Let's do the assistant first and we get to RJ. All right, what's up, guys? What's up? Let's get started. Let's get started on today. Today. Let's just get right into it. Capricorn Clark. This is an ex-assistant of Diddy, and I heard it was explosive. By the way, please hit the like button, subscribe, check out my website, ickandmel.com, sign up to the mailing list. It's free. I need the notification gang to come through so we can just keep popping out stories throughout the day. I appreciate it. So this morning, the jury comes in. Judge says, welcome back. Call your next witness. The government calls Capricorn Clark. Where did you grow up? Born in San Francisco, moved to LA, worked for Def Jam, then Death Row Records, a late 90s gangster rap label. Oh, I didn't know that she worked at Death Row Records. What was your relation to Suge Knight? Damn, they're all connected. He is the father of my friend's child. He's the father of my friend's child. Okay. Then you worked for Sean Combs. Yes, he is over there in a blue sweater. I worked for him from 2004 to 2012. Were you kidnapped? Yes. What the? When did you first meet Mr. Combs? When I moved to NYC in 2002, we were super platonic friends. A headhunter said I should work for him as a personal assistant. I did until 2006. What were your duties? Shadow him from Wake Up. Damn, shadow. Okay. What is it? They should have got more like, what about shadowing him? Just following him around? Then what? Head of women's for Sean John. How long? A year. Then global brand director for Sean Combs. Name and likeness. Due diligence to grow the brand. Then I was terminated until 2016 for Cassie. Did you work in this building? They showed a photo of the Bad Boy Records office. Capricorn Clark says yes. We moved there in 2005. Your first day, where did Mr. Combs take you? Central Park, after dark, along with Uncle Paulie. He looked like a linebacker. Does this photo look like him? No, he doesn't have on the blackout shades he wore all the time. What did Mr. Combs tell you in the park? That since I'd worked for Suge Knight, if anything happened, he might have to kill me. Objection! No! Overruled. Proceed. Prosecution says, how did you take it? Seriously. It had gravitas. How did you react? I said I didn't have anything to do with that stuff. Objection sustained, Miss Steiner. What was Paulie's role? All respect of Mr. Combs' movements to keep him safe. There were also D-Rock, Roger Bonds, and Ruben. Who's D-Rock? A good friend of Biggie Smalls, running back type body. Did you ever observe Mr. Combs with a gun? Yes, in my home. And did he talk about it? He and Mr. Combs told Chris Lighty he had a gun. He had a problem with 50 Cent. Oh, snap. And 50 Cent did make a tweet about that. Hold on. NYPD, LAPD, NY. Everybody know that song? NYPD, LAPD, NYPD. 50 Cent an hour ago made a tweet and says, oh no, oh my goodness, itty bitty Diddy wants me dead. I have to lay low. I think I'm going to hide out at the playoff game tonight. Oh shit, oh. Sometimes you gotta pop out and show niggas. Oh. All right. So supposedly had a problem with 50 Cent. Were you ever accused of stealing? Yes, jewelry. It had been given to me. It was on loan. Damn, people here loaning out jewelry to these people. It went missing. Yes. What did you do? From Teterboro, I called 1440 and told them to lock it down. What did Uncle Paulie do? He questioned me for 3 hours. You went home to Queens? Yes, with Uncle Paulie. He searched my house. Where did Uncle Paulie take you? To 1710 Broadway. It was a dilapidated. It was being fixed up, but I didn't know that. Uncle Paulie took me to the 6th floor. The door was locked behind us. This was a 6-foot folding table and a heavy-set man. Can you describe him? 5 of me. Damn, 2 linebackers. He was chain smoking. Did Uncle Paulie stay? No. Intermittently, he came back. What did the heavyset man say? I was there to take a lie detector test. Damn, yo, Diddy's running these operations, these dilapidated places, these security men for hours. We're going to question you, interrogate you. We got guns. We can make you disappear. Wow. Lie detector test. What did he say would happen if he failed the lie detector test? That they would throw me in the East River. Bro, it's like some mafia shit. Grooming? This is some killer shit. What do you think it's grooming? What did he okay, let's see, hold on. What did he say would happen? He would throw you into the river. Objection, can we have a sidebar? So they were pissed. Yeah, none of this sounds good at all. This is horrible for Diddy. Just says, Miss Steiner, you may proceed. What was his demeanor? Very serious. I was terrified. Did you want to be taking the test? No, I was afraid. How was the test? Wires on you, and did they question you? Okay, sorry. She said, wires on you, and they question you. Did I steal? Did he tell you the results? He said to calm down, that he couldn't get a good reading, and that he might have to throw me in the East River. Bro, how you going to calm down like there's somebody threatening to throw you in the river? Anyone else in the building? Not to my knowledge. Could you leave? No. Paul said no. What did Paul say at the end? That he'd come back the next day to figure this out. We started again, another lie detector test in the same location all day. Were you free to leave? No. How long did this go on? 5 days? Dude. Bad boy. Take that. That's crazy. Crazy. Did you tell anyone where you were? No, I was just trying to survive it. I worked under an NDA. Fuck the NDA, bro. If somebody's holding me against my will for days, torturing me or questioning me, I'm out. Objection, says the defense. Judge has sustained. Jury should disregard the last answer. What would you have been doing? Or what would have you been doing? Shouting Mr. Combs. What happened after 5 days? That I could return to work, that Mr. Combs would see me the next week. Did Mr. Combs ever discuss it with you? No. Why did you continue to work with Mr. Combs? If I left, they'd think I stole. Bro. What? Really? That's weird. What were your days like? From his townhouse at 74th Street and Park in the morning to Daddy's house. Who's Daddy? To Daddy's house studio at night. How much sleep did you get? On a good day, 4 hours. On a bad day, 2. I got a stress condition. I was paid $55K. $55K for what? The whole thing? For all those years or what? On a good day, 4 hours. On a bad day, I got a stress condition. I was paid $55K. Did you get paid overtime? No. I spoke to the head of HR. She said I was owed $80,000. Dang. How did Mr. Combs respond? He ripped up the paper. Would Mr. Combs stay at hotels? Yes. With whom? Kim Porter once a week. What names would he book the room under? Frank Black, Frank White. And the girlfriends? Jackie Starr. Where did he stay? Intercontinental Buckhead in Atlanta, Beverly Hills Hotel in LA. What were in his bags? A camera, small bottles of baby oil, and lube. Cameras every time. What you be doing? Watching TV, ordering room service, keeping up on the sleep. Afterward, I'd sweep the room for anything left behind. Any damage? Baby oil. How frequently would Mr. Combs stay in a hotel with Cassandra in 2008? Like once a week. At El Hermitage, the London Intercontinental for several days, and Ivy Drips. Did he speak to you about his relationship with Cassie? Yes. Miss London was there Chief Jourdain in the other room. He called Cassie over, asked her to walk there, hand me that, go back in the other room. She did it. What did he say? You bitches won't do that. That's why you don't have a man. Damn. So what he did? He called Cassie over. Wow. Asked her to walk there. Hand me that. Go back in the room. She did it. And what did he say? You bitches won't do that. That's why you don't have a man. Damn. What did you say? Your mother effing right. Did you observe Mr. Combs obtain drugs? A girlfriend in NY, in LA, from one stop, Molly, ecstasy delivered to Puff or to me. Did he ask you to get drugs for him? Yes, ecstasy. Man, look at that plug catching heat, man. I don't want to be that plug no more. And in the south of France, he asked me to get cocaine. I said, for who? Why? I wasn't going to do it, given that how my mother died. Objection, sidebar. So, and in the south of France, he asked me to get cocaine. I said, for who? Why did you say that? I wasn't going to do it, given how my mother died. Okay, so they had a sidebar, tempers flaring. Who did Mr. Combs say the drugs were for? He said, not me. Did you get them? Yes, through the Spanish security guard. He also get prescription drugs in my name. They were in the toiletry bag I'd carry, or security. What about bulk cash? Yes, $100,000 euro coming back from Europe. Where'd he get it? Club bookings in Europe. He'd keep it, then give it to the security, then into his bedroom personal safe. Violence? Question mark. Fighting. Was Mr. Combs violent with you? Yes. At Star Island, he told me, you are not to leave this house. Pharrell Williams brought in by boat. I returned to Mr. Walker to Palm Island. He called and said, where the F are you? I can't have a life. So they asked if Combs was violent. She says, yes, at Star Island. He told me, you're not to leave the house. For Pharrell Williams, he over here rolls up in a boat. I returned to Mr. Walker to Palm Island. Oh, sorry. He called and said, where the F are you? You can't have a life. Okay. One time I asked the chef if there was turkey bacon. She said, no effing turkey bacon. I said, I hate it here. The chef told Mr. Combs. He pushed me again and again. Oh, the chef told Mr. Combs, so he snitched, and he pushed me again and again. What did he say? He said, if you hate it here, get the F out of here. But I thought it was against the will. So they're saying she was getting lobster and filet mignon and all this kind of stuff. And then the one day she asked for turkey bacon, they snapped. He was impressed with what I did. Okay, hold on. Did you leave your employment? I did. But you returned as global brand director. I can't, bro. I can't with these people. Come on, man. So y'all all kept coming back for work after you left and came back, and then it was held against your will? So she came back at a higher position, I guess? Why? He was impressed by what I did in the job. I'd left for a couple of albums. He said you wouldn't have to work directly for me. What were you doing for Miss Cassie? Managing her image, maximizing her optics for her, for Sean Combs. He had final approval of everything. So these people, everybody's held against their will. Everybody's being tortured. And they all get to leave and come when they want. And they all keep coming back for job opportunities. Okay. Okay, so he had a final approval on everything. In LA, where did you live? A gated community. We had followed Kim Porter there. Where was Miss Ventura? Capricorn Clock in NYC on West End. She would come to LA and stay with him or with me or in a hotel. Who else was Miss Ventura seeing? Okay, Kid Cudi. Okay. I see you pimping. Okay, what you're doing, managing her image, maximizing her optics for Sean Combs. He had final approval on everything. In LA, where did you live? A gated community. Follow. Okay. At NYC on West End, she would come to LA and stay with him or with me in a hotel. Who else was Miss Ventura seeing? Kid Cudi. How'd you learn about that? She brought him to my apartment. Oh, hell nah. Nah, she didn't. Hell nah. What did she say? She texted me they are going to this public place in LA. I told her it was a bad idea and to delete the text. Why? If Mr. Combs learned about Mr. Cudi, I mean, Mr. Combs paid for my phone and hers. Damn, he's paying for the phones, for the houses, for the living, for the dinners, for the drugs, for everything, for the careers. Okay. Captain Clark, or Capricorn Clark, says, I took Cassie to Best Buy. Okay, there you go. You're speaking to me right there, Best Buy, to get a burner phone. When did Mr. Combs return to town? Not long after. He took Cassie. So they're so afraid that they're sneaking around and having sex with everybody and cheating and all kinds of shit. When did Mr. Combs return to town? Not long after. He took Cassie to a hotel, the Cipriani. And then December 22, 2011, between 5:30 and 6 a.m., there was banging at my door. Damn. What did you see through the peephole? A furious puff. Objection! Ask another question. Miss Steiner, what was his movement? Pacing with something in his hand. Did you open the door? I did. Hell, now I pretend we're sleeping. We're not there. What was he wearing? Button-down sweater, torn pants, and he was holding a gun. Wow, he came into my apartment and said, why didn't you tell me? Who is Scott? I said, I don't know any Scott. What did he say? We're going to kill this ninja. You thought I was going to say it, right? Where was the gun? In his hand. I said, I didn't want to go. He said, I don't give a F what you want. Get dressed. What concerns did you have? He'd never come to my house? What? What concerns did you have? He'd never come to my house. Isn't that a blessing if he doesn't come to your house? What? What? I don't get it. Did you try to escape? No, I got dressed. Who joined in? Ruben. In the black Escalade, executive class. Where was Ruben? Driver's seat. I got in the back seat. Right hand side, Mr. Combs was in the left next to me. Usually he would have sat in front of me. Gun was in his lap. How long does it take to drive from your home to the time Cudi's house? Wait, how long does it take to drive from your home at the time to get Cudi's house in Hollywood Hills? If you push it, 15 to 20 minutes. What did Mr. Combs and Rube do at Cudi's house? They went in. Could you see in? Yes. Damn. What did you do? I called Cassie on her burner. I said, Cassie, where the F? I told her Puff was at Cudi's house. Then I changed her number in my phone to my best friend Stormy. What did you hear on the phone? That Scott was at Cassie's. Ooh. When Mr. Combs came back, he took my phone and called the last number. Damn, Combs is not crazy shit. He called the last number. Then I saw Cudi driving up. Mr. Combs saw my face and said, there's that ninja right there. Capricorn Clark. We drove off and saw police driving the other way, towards Cudi's. Puff was pulling himself together. We stopped at the Key Club, and he told me to call Cassie. What did he tell you to tell Cassie? That he had me and wouldn't let me go. Oh, God. How did Miss Cassie respond? She said, okay, come get me. She was calm. Who drove you home? Ruben. What did Mr. Combs tell you? To convince Cudi not to stay. To convince Cudi not to say that it had been him at his house. I picked up Cassie. To convince Cudi not to say that it had been him at his house. I picked up Cassie. Where did you go? We went to Cudi's and tried to convince him not to file a police report. What did you tell him? That Puff came to my house with a gun. What did you tell them? He said, if you tell on him, he'll hurt us all. What was Mr. Cudi's reaction? Mind blown. Objection! Judge says sustained jury disregard. What happened at the house? He was kicking Cassie again and again. How was Cassie? In the fetal position. Mr. Combs kicked her all the way to the street. She was crying silently. Where was he kicking her? In her back, her backside. Her voice cracks. Where were you? 5 feet away. So was Rube. What did Mr. Combs say to you? He said, if you jump in, I'm going to F you up too. What did Rube do? Nothing. Who did you call? I told him, tell your brother to stop, Puff. He's kicking the shit out of her. I called Paulie too. I said he'd take care of it. But Rube did nothing. What next? Mr. Combs told me to get the F out too. I left on foot. Could you still see her getting kicked? Until I went around the bend. Damn. Then, who did you call? Regina Ventura. I told her he's kicking the shit out of your daughter. I can't call the police, but you can. Why didn't you call the police? The mission of the day was to get Cudi So no calling police. Mission of the day was to get Cudi. Okay. This email, who is it from? Cassie, she wrote that she wouldn't be releasing sex tapes. Cassie, she wrote that okay, let me start that again. So this email's from Cassie. She wrote that he would be releasing sex tapes about me and he would have someone else hurt me and Cudi. Do you recall if you responded to this? I don't. Did law enforcement call you? The arson investigators. Cudi had given them my name. I hung up on them. I just wanted this to be over. What did Mr. Combs say to you? He said I should kill you bitches and I should cut her face. How many times did Mr. Combs threaten you? I'd say 50 times. D-Rock was there just doubling down on whatever Puff was saying in the moment. Who is Harv Pierre, the president of Bad Boy Records? I told him Puff had kidnapped me. What did Harv Pierre tell you? He said, that's crazy, but it's going to be okay. I got a termination notice. I was accused on not properly putting in for the vacation I was on. Had you put in? Yes to Harvey Pierre or Harv Pierre. Did you lose benefits? All of them. Health, 401k, my house, my car. What did Mr. Combs say? That I would never work again. That he would make me unalive myself. Wow. Did you get a job offer? I did, but it fell through. I couldn't get a job. Did you settle with Mr. Combs? In October 2012, for objection, can I approach sidebar? Wow. This is hot. What a hot mess. They're back. Aside from the settlement agreement, do you have any other pending litigation against Mr. Combs? No. Did you go back to work for him? 2016. No one else would hire me. Cassie had a new record label deal with Epic. So she went back again to work with this guy. Okay. Whoa. Who do you have to get approvals from? Sean Combs. Cassie was taking more drugs. Was she still dating Mr. Combs? Yes. In December 2023, why did you retain a lawyer or an attorney? I was traumatized by Cassie's civil complaint. Her complaint did not reference me. I reached out to Mr. Combs and said, I want my life back. You kidnapped me. Objection! Overruled. Was there a discussion of you working for Mr. Combs again? Yes, as chief of staff. Yo, bro, how many times, man? How many times you going back to this place? When did you last speak to with Miss Cassie? In 2018. And Mr. Cudi in 2012. No further questions. Break. Can I start? We'll be taking a break. So they took a break, came back. Judge says, Miss Clark, you're still under oath. So now it's the defense's turn, cross-examination. We met in April 2024. You had a lawyer, Brian Friedman. Yes. You wanted to come back and work with Mr. Combs, right? We've discussed it. Yes. You saw Miss Garagos taking notes. Yes. You said you didn't think Cassie was good for Mr. Combs. Why? I just thought they were toxic. Tell me about when you were in New York. I was in the Bronx. I hated it. It was 2012. I met Jeanette, then Mr. Combs. In 2001 was the World Trade Center thing. Then I met Mr. Combs. He wasn't doing any drugs, right? He did ecstasy in Daddy's house. But it got worse? Yes. You authorized Mr. Freeman to seek a new job for you? It was very procedural, lawyer to lawyer. But you were told you couldn't be given a job in the middle of the investigation. ? I don't remember that. Read this and let me know when you're done. Do you remember saying that you had the biggest crush on him? Oh, objection, 403. No, state of mercy. No. You can't bring that in. No. Oh. Judge says, Mr. Agnifilo, state of mind. It's being offered for the truth. We had a stip on this. Sidebar. They're back. You called him Chalk for chocolate. I did. You started with Def Jam, Run DMC. I don't go back that far. I'm more Foxy Brown, Redline, Jay-Z. So how did you come to work for Mr. Combs? I put my resume on Monster after the World Trade Center thing. He said, you'd work for me? ? I was like, maybe. He was acting on Broadway in Raisin in the Sun. I was impressed. He had a major part. He was a star. Then I shadowed him on the Vote or Die campaign. My job was to get the t-shirts on the celebrities And into the photo shoots, I'd call them and say Puff wanted them to come, and they came, they did. How long before the jewelry missing thing? It was about 4 months. On the 4th of July, he threw a white party at his home on the Hamptons that year with Vote or Die. Agnifilo says, when did the jewelry missing happen? After July 4th. The jewels were still on loan from Jacob the jeweler. Who else got a lie detector? Oh, she said the jewels were still on loan from Jacob the jeweler. Who else got lie detector? Mike B, his stylist. He too had gone to the street level of 1440 for manicures. The lie detector test was the next day. You never told HR? No. I got fired for 3 weeks. How did you get unfired? I went to work on his 35th birthday in Cipriani. I think that's an Italian restaurant maybe. To do the celebrity list, I came back. 2004 to 2006, not at all. As a personal assistant, ? Then liaison. I was making $65,000 for Combs, then $90 at Jive. Why'd you come back to work for Mr. Combs? I'd gotten top records for Mr. R. Kelly. Mr. Combs said he was impressed, asked me to come back for Sean John for a woman. I think I was really good employee for him. He told you were awesome. He did not use that word. You worked hard for him. I did. Others worked hard too, right? Not as hard as me. Oh, okay. Pump that. I did learn a lot from Mr. Combs, almost crying. He broke that glass ceiling for us black people in the business world. Do you need a minute? No, it's just complicated. We'll take a break, the judge says. The jury and witness out. On DNA questions, the inspector Jimenez, the government's objection is overruled. We asked for a bit longer. We've not been able to eat lunch. We're running ahead of schedule. Our case may be closer to 5 weeks than 6 weeks. Okay, so they took a break. Below juror and witnessing, they proposed to use communications between Ms. Clark and Ventura. We don't see any non-hearsay purpose. Okay. La, 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 la. In their defense submission over the weekend, the defense argued the album covered was relevant. Right, Ms. Shapiro? Yes. Miss Ventura is topless with her arms crossed. So let's have Miss Clark come back. Okay, bring the jury in. Jury's entering. Defense says when you went into the park, it was to tavern on the green. Capricorn Clark says we parked there earlier in the day. In the park, we ran into Nas. Damn, Nas. Okay. Defense says when you say he had Miss Ventura spin, who was there? Let me show you what you said. You said Lorianne Gibson was there. Capricorn Clark says they misheard me. When did you first meet Cassie? I met her with Ryan Leslie. Why did you not get along with Cassie sometimes? She says in 2008, we got more bravado being his girlfriend the longer it lasted. She thought I was being paid to help her. Objection sustained, re-ask. What did you see? She went from being a sweet model to being a feisty girlfriend. Ooh. Did you think she was talented? She had talent and was very beautiful, but not talented. She was not. Ooh. Oh, shit. I have good taste. You ain't nothing but a hussy. You just got good looks. Talented to me is Whitney Houston and Mariah Carey. Okay. Cassie is more of a studio musician. She needed things equalized. Oh, okay. Oh, shit. Take a shot. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Did she perform live? A couple of times. Not the greatest. Ugh. Was she a hard worker? At times, sometimes. She was kind of lazy at times, just getting money and drugs and shit. When wasn't she a hard worker? She preferred to be with her boyfriend. When we moved to LA after Kim had the twins, 2009-ish, I saw her developing more of her relationship with Puff, with Mr. Combs. He supported her? Yes, with stylists, all the musicians, all the components to make her a star. Did she get more help than others? Yes. Young Jock and groups from Atlanta. I developed French Montana. I ran into Cassie. She said she had a new deal with Epic. I dressed her like David Bowie We did a photo shoot at my house. We wrote a mini movie and shot it for the project. What about Official Girl? Super cute video. King of Hearts? It was fresh. Puff liked it. Cassie had a green wig? Yes. We moved to admit this witness. There's a ceiling issue. You don't remember this email? I don't. Here, in 2012, you're setting up a recording session for Cassie. Mario Winans was for the chairman. For Mr. Combs, yes. When did you learn Cassie was dating Kid Cudi? Fall of 2011. I picked her up there. You believe that after Thanksgiving, Miss Ventura and Kid Cudi were what? Getting to know each other. Why'd you get her a burner phone at Best Buy? I told her you cannot do this on your bad boy phone. How did you know about burner phones? I grew up in Los Angeles. In December 2011, Mr. Combs was at an orphanage in Almaty, Kazakhstan. I heard it was Russia. How did Mr. Combs get into your building? I was told the security guard got fired. What was his name? Some random security guard. What did he look like? Black guy, younger than 30. What was Mr. Combs doing with the gun? He had it in his hand. He wasn't pointing it at you? No. But you told the government he pointed it at you. It says, or waved it around. That's more correct. Where did you change into your street clothes? In my closet. Isn't it true you went so that Mr. Combs wouldn't do something stupid? No, I went because he said he didn't care. I didn't want to go. He's a jealous guy? Question mark. He has a bad temper. To the escalator, did you pass a security guard? I saw him in his little hut. Mr. Combs was behind the driver with a gun in his lap. You made a call? Not then. Did you look at Kid Cudi's door to see if they could get through it? I was not really paying attention. I was so in my head trying to plan my next step. I was praying that Cudi was not in there. Did Cassie have 2 rooms? Let's see. Cudi took her to one room. She had another. You're 100% that you called and told them Puff had a gun. Yes, I said it very quickly. I didn't want Puff to see me on the phone. Did you say that Lauren London was on the phone with you and Cassie and Cudi? No, only part of the time. Voice cracking. I wanted someone to know where I was. What did you tell her? I'm scared of mountain lions. Mountain lions? Question mark. I don't know. If you know the Hollywood Hills coyotes, maybe Lauren was on the phone. Question mark. Maybe. It was such a long time ago. Are you aware that Lauren and Mr. Combs were friends for years after this? Yes. Then you see the Porsche coming up the hill. Yes, Cudi's in the black Porsche. He stops next to us, then speeds off. We chase him. Then he loses us. We turn away. Then we see police pass us. You go to pick up Cassie and go where? Cudi's house. There was ADT there. Then you go to Mr. Combs' house and you say you saw Mr. Combs kicking Cassie there and even in the street. Yes. You hung up on the fire inspector? I did. When you were on vacation, it was with who? Rihanna. Damn. After you were fired, what did you get? I was hired by Chris Lighty to work for 50 Cent. Here you wrote to Mr. Combs, one day you'll forgive me. Anyway, be well, XX. Yes. You wrote on February 28, 2015, your grace period to be mad at me has surpassed the agreed time, LOL. You wrote that? Question mark. Yes, sir. Please read it out loud. I wrote that she was never my friend. She wanted me gone. I realized. Did you think Cassie wanted you gone? Question mark. She starts crying. Sorry. This is complicated for me. I felt that I was Puff's protector. I felt I was the only one gone. She was still there. And things were getting worse. I tried to keep professionalism as the goal. You thought you could be his protector? Question mark. I was to move the ball toward the goal, to inspire. Did it hurt that he would only take you back because Cassie wanted? Yes. I have no parents. My son is autistic. My stakes are higher, sir. How much more, Mr. Agnifilo? So the judge is rushing the defense again. The judge was rushing the defense, I noticed. Okay, so how much more? Can I talk to the government? Sidebar. Okay. Combs, Agnifilo, just a few more minutes. We'll get you out today. Thank you, sir. You did a lot of great work with Cassie, 2016 and 2017, right? I believe so. Cassie had addiction problems? Yes. You made a short movie with her. It was called Love a Loser. You wrote to him asking for forgiveness? I wanted my life back, my dream, my competency. When you met with me, you wanted to work for him, right? We discussed it. Nothing further. Miss Steiner, how much was Mr. Combs required to pay you? Sidebar. Prosecution says, what happened with the job with Chris Lighty? He died the day before I was supposed to start. Then at Interscope, it wasn't about a job. They told me to leave Puff alone. Defense says, I object, sustained. Capricorn Clark says I was blacklisted. Objection, sustained. Why did you return to work for Mr. Combs? So people could see I wasn't disposable. I was at this level of business. He held all the power. Why did you meet them? To get my life back. In the kidnapping, did Mr. Combs carry a gun? Yes. The judge says, jurors, I know we kept you longer than I said. Thank you. We'll see you all tomorrow. So tomorrow, LAPD, Jimenez, Nash, and Mia. Okay. All right. Oh. I just want you to know that you are really special. Oh my, oh my, oh my. So, okay, Uncle Paulie, 2017, Bodyguard. Forced her to come to him to an abandoned skyscraper. That's some crazy shit. She was greeted on the 6th floor by a heavyset man, chain-smoking man. Wow, who's this? Is that her right there? Cassie, Diddy's ex-girlfriend of 11 years and a star witness. Okay, Capricorn Clark. Okay. Diddy posse threatened to murder assistant when his jewelry went missing. Bottles of baby oil and thousands of dollars in cash were there. That baby oil. Lather yourself. Love yourself. Treat yourself, girl. Here's some baby oil. A lot of baby oil everywhere after Diddy's hotel stay. Ex-assistant says handprints left on the ultra suede wall. Damn, baby oil everywhere. Wiped on the walls, the floor, the toilet seats, the bathroom, the bed, the pillows under the bed. All over the tables, garbage, trash. Diddy shoved assistant Capricorn Clark 25 to 30 yards when she said she hated working for him. Because she didn't get the turkey bacon sandwich. Wow. Kid Cudi. Yeah, that's an emotional testimony, it looks like. Diddy viciously kicked Cassie after breaking into Kid Cudi's home. 50 Cent. Oh, man, the beef goes on and on and on. Look at them hugging. Oh, man, Diddy once implied he'd pull a gun on 50 over the long-standing beef. NYPD, LAPD, NYPD. Wow, that's him right here. This is Cassie, Diddy's mother, Janice, and Capricorn Clark. Look at them all together. Wow. Okay, she looks nice there, Cassie, in that picture. But Diddy lost his mind over this chick. Oh, man. What a mess. What a mess. Now, I just want to see a little bit of this clip here. Piers Morgan got Ray J on. I think Ray J might have said free Diddy.
You had a massive altercation with Diddy's sons, and then several weeks later, someone tries to kill you. People think that
someone tried to kill him?
Maybe Diddy has something to do with what happened.
I just think that we need to just chill. We need to let Puffy go.
But I'm just going to get in my head right. When you said they tried to kill me, who tried to kill you? Commence. So let me just start by asking you that very question. It's been running now for several weeks. What is your view of how this case is going?
I think it's kind of becoming a circus, and with all the allegations, and now with everybody explaining like what's happening in the bedroom, I mean, every day it just sounds crazier and crazier and freakier and weirder, right? And I'm like trying to understand, with all this being said, like with Kid Cudi going on and saying everything that happened, but then ended up saying Cassie played both of us.
Oh my God.
It's like, where are we trying to go? Are we
got some breaking news, guys. We got to
tell all of these crazy stories, and then that equals out to sex trafficking? I mean, it's starting to become outrageous. It's a RICO case. It's really only Diddy and maybe one other person. Like
How can
I'm
you
just
say
starting
that?
to feel uncomfortable, and I'm starting to feel weird about this whole thing.
Well, it was
Hey, if you paid for a chick, you flew her out, you bought her a gift, you took her to dinner, now you're sex trafficking.
certainly interesting last week when I interviewed this guy who had the pseudonym The
crazy.
Punisher, who was
Ain't buy nothing
hired,
for these videos.
and it was
Yeah, I
Cassie
seen that.
Ventura. Right. So it was a sort of very interesting interview because Cassie Ventura did all the negotiating, did all the payments, and did all the texting to him. Diddy would sit in the corner of a hotel room naked, and he would watch, with her apparent full consent, this guy come in and have sex with her. And it happened maybe a dozen times over a 2.5-year period. Now, none of that says to me that that is a serious crime. If she is the one that is organizing it all. Now, she is arguing it was coercion and so on. You know all these people very well. You know Cassie Ventura. You know Diddy well. When you saw that interview, maybe you saw the one that I did, but when you saw that guy talk, what was your takeaway from that?
I was just thinking, like, what year are we in? Like, it feels like we're in this vortex of like this dominatrix story about all of these different characters that are coming out, and the names and the nicknames, and I mean, it's intense. I think that it's entertaining for sure, and it's definitely press worthy. But at the end of it all, it's like, this is what Diddy is being charged for, and this is what he possibly might serve a lot of jail time for. I don't understand it, and I really want to know where this is all gonna go and where does this lead? Because again, it's weird, it's freaky. Like the whole oral thing with the 19 guys and the blisters.
19 guys.
I mean, it feels like they're just trying to paint these pictures of Diddy. And I was around Diddy all the way pretty much up until the arrest. And
shit, they need to check you out then, bro. They need to check you out.
All I got from that.
All right, we're gonna do a breaking story, guys. Breaking story, mall shootings. We're gonna keep it moving, keep it popping, all right? I'm going to see you guys in a second. I'm going to redirect you guys. Redirect. All right. Sign up to the mailing list. All right. We'll start doing giveaways on the mailing list. All right. Let me drop the link in the chat in case you don't get it. Link in the chat. Boom, boom, boom.